What about social benefits? Ladies, tell me about some social benefits.
If you're on the sports team or something, then you make more friends.
Okay, so you're around like-minded people. A lot of times if you're a running club or a swim team or a ball team, you're with people that have similar values to you as far as fitness, or you're working out at the YMCA, it's the same type of thing. That's a good social benefit. You may share the goals. You have an accountability partner and say, hey, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, or I'm going to be able to swim for 2 weeks, 2 hours at a time, and that's a social benefit from it. Yes, could I touch Mitch?
The opposite gender is more attractive to you.
The opposite gender is more attractive to you. Okay. In your mind, the opposite gender, that could be a social benefit. Okay, that probably is a... What about improving your sleep? Has anybody ever realized that you work out in the morning, or in the afternoon, you sleep a little better?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you talk about people with sleeping problems, one of the first things is to accomplish sleeping problems is to exercise more. Exercise more. When I was y'all's age, to be honest, I did play. I worked out a lot, and I was on basketball team and baseball team. And I, just like you're talking about, I ended up, running for about an hour a day, basically is what I do. And then, now that I'm 52, I don't run for an hour a day because my knees are not that great. But I do walk for about an hour a day. My wife and I walk at 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning, or in the afternoon, say like 7, 8 at night after dinner. So all the different activities end up being much better as far as your physical benefits, and you have, oh my goodness, we're having technical difficulty with that reader, aren't we? That's not good. You guys love creeping and watching everybody, don't you? Yeah.
Funny. People don't even know.
Okay. That's all I need, is to have complaints about us creeping and watching everybody. Okay, so as I said to you, this is on your test, okay? I'm going to be asking for these 3 categories: mental, emotional benefits, physical benefits, and social benefits. Let's see, does anything here about the opposite gender liking? Well, I'm meeting new people. I guess I'd buy new support with friends. I think I would completely understand that. Okay, what is the difference between, what does the word metabolism mean? Carol, what does metabolism mean?
The metabolism means the process by which your body gets energy from food, or the process which your body breaks down food.
So is your metabolism the same as Garrett in the back?
No, sir, I read it. Everybody's metabolism is unique and different, sir.
And does it change during life?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, again, my 52-year-old body is probably not the same as yours. And guess what? If you end up eating the same amount of food your whole life, you'll probably, since your metabolism slows down, you'll probably end up gaining weight. That's a very typical problem in your 40s or 50s. Excess calories that you don't burn are stored as fat, and therefore your physical activity increases your metabolic rate and keeps everything going at a higher rate. Here's a question for you. When you go to the YMCA and you have the treadmill, and you're on the treadmill. Let's say you're on the treadmill, and I usually do it like at 12 degrees angle, and I walk. I don't walk fast. I walk like 3.5 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour, 15 minutes, something like that. How many calories do you burn? You might have any idea? Yes, sir.
Maybe 350, sir?
It's not much, like 200, okay? When you eat potato chips, you eat the smallest little pack of potato chips like we had last night at the barbecue. How many calories are in that?
Hundreds.
A lot more than 200. And so it really kind of motivates me to sit there and go, my gosh, I'm killing myself for walking 30 minutes uphill, and I'm not even burning off the calories that is sitting in 1/4 of 1 ounce of potatoes, or however many it ends up being. So that's kind of the way that I started thinking. Oreo cookies. Anybody like Oreo cookies?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't even get me started.
Well, guess what?
I would drown.
If you want to make an egg, you can bring me double stuffed Oreos. I'll think about it. Just kidding. Don't let anybody know. But they didn't have double stuffed Oreos when I was a kid. We just had single stuffed Oreos. But I'd like to think that in 1966, okay, a million years ago, when I was 7 years old, I invented double stuffed Oreos. Because I was looking at it, I go, man, that stuff is so good, but it's so skinny. I mean, single stuffed Oreos just doesn't have anything in it. So I would tear them apart, and I'd throw away the extra black cookie, and I'd stuff them together, and I had double stuffed Oreo before it was cool. And I even tried to get fourple stuffed Oreo, quadruple stuffed Oreo, because you peel off this thing and snap it down, and I throw away the extra cookie. And my mom didn't like it. She'd find these cookie crumbs everywhere. She goes, "You've been eating all those cookies?" I go, "Nope, just throw them away." That was exactly what I did. But anyway, now the double stuffed Oreos, oh my goodness, they are huge. And how many hey, you know what? I'll give extra credit to one of you guys to go home and find out how many calories are in one double stuffed Oreo.
Oh.
How many do you think?
Thousands. No,
Not 1,000.
I wouldn't say 1,000.
But, relative to say 200,
200.
which is what I try to burn off whenever I go work out on those. It's amazing. And then another question, do the double stuffed Oreos that are white interior have different calories than double stuffed Oreos that are orange for Halloween? Or green for St. Patrick's Day? Are they different? I mean, this is important stuff,
It's
okay? It's just
food coloring.
well, I'm sorry, I digress, but I kind of like that. That's kind of important. Okay, so the bottom line is I try to practice what I preach and make physical activity part of my daily life. This morning, I did not get up and work out from 6 to 7 o'clock, but I will this afternoon after my my son's Boy Scout meeting, probably around 7 o'clock, 7:30. My wife and I'll go for a walk. And once you do that, I'm telling you, it's a lifelong experience. Oh, here's a question. All right, let's say, can it be, you decide to go run a mile a day. How long does it take for you running to make it a habit?
About a month, I do believe, sir.
It will be a habit. If you do it every day for 30 days, it sure will be a habit. That's true. But I think scientists say that about 2 weeks, okay, 5, 10, 14 days makes a habit a habit. So, if you want to run or do physical activity, if you want to have another habit in your life that you develop that helps you, do it for 2 weeks straight and it'll be automatic. You'll miss it if it's not there, if it's gone, okay? Alrighty, we got a question here. This is on your test. What is aerobic and versus anaerobic exercise? Okay, don't be shy. Let's go. Can I Petrovich? What is aerobic versus anaerobic?
Aerobic exercise sort of is like distance kind of, and wise it's more work for your heart, and anaerobic is kind of more like muscles.
Well, pretty much, that's true. Aerobic is getting your heart rate up, requiring a lot of oxygen, working yourself up. It's running, okay? I mean, getting your heart rate up. Anaerobic activity is lifting weights, right? And intense activity, which again requires a little oxygen. You're not necessarily out of breath from, sucking it from running or swimming. I would definitely call swimming more of a anaerobic activity. Swimming more of an aerobic activity, okay? Short bursts of energy for the anaerobic, such as lifting weights, okay? In summary, I'd like to come in and talk about the different elements of fitness. We talked about some heart and lung endurance, about the different aerobic activities. We talked about lifting weights and strength. We haven't talked about body composition flexibility. What is important about flexibility, and how does that work during your life when you get older? Yes, sir.
It allows you to do more things, sort of lets you feel better about yourself.
Okay, so flexibility is your body, okay, stretching and accommodating the physical activities you have, and seeing whether or not you actually can accomplish them. Do you guys swim team, you stretch out before you swim?
Yes.
So you do. What about the end when you finish? Not as much? Okay. Did anybody watch the Olympics? Anybody ever see an Olympians stretching? I mean, especially the runners, right? I mean, they be stretching, they'll do these weird things, and you can tell they've done it 100 million times. They have the exact same thing. When they get into the chalks, they, stretch this leg in the chalk, stretch the other leg in the chalk, and they're ready to run and get things going. So, weren't that pretty cool? How they end up doing things as quick as you could, so that they can actually make things going for their actual runs. Okay, so for this section, one thing that I really want to cover is making sure that you understand the benefits for the activity, and so let's go over this one last time. Emotional, physical, mental and emotional benefits, your physical benefits, and your social benefits. So really, the thing that people don't understand is, oh, I don't want to lose weight, it's going to be so much hassle. Well, you can lose weight, or you can be fit, and you'll benefit socially with your friends, your family, your people you're with, as well as other different type of mental stability, be more positive outcome, positive self-image. And so it's sort of like a well-rounded type event with that. Again, this is Leadership Education, Chapter 4, and we'll have a test on this in a couple weeks, and the emphasis will be on these parts of the benefits that you guys will have to respond to. Okay? All right, we'll conclude here today with some basic classroom procedures. I'll go ahead and have you guys, Cadet Petrovich, why don't you please come up here and dismiss the class. And we'll say, go do great things, okay?